Hello everyone, Vicering here, and we're gonna get our double-digit win streak. Oh baby. Um. Okay, well we have a doppelganger, so we could have two hunters. I could immediately have the Slayer try to kill hunter number one. That'd be kind of funny. Or no, or hunter number two. Either way is reasonable. I'm gonna try to get a little more information before I do that. Okay. Well, we do have two outcasts, so it's very believable that there could be a plague doctor. Well, okay, well, number 6 is an outcast. Yeah, 6 is an outcast. That means, well, what does that mean? I mean, we know that 8, 4, 1, or 2 is a doppelganger. So, according to the alchemist, according to the alchemist, he cured one corruption. And that would also make it impossible for any of these to be corrupted. So if the alchemist is telling the truth, then the confessor is evil. If I kill the confessor and it turns out that she's corrupted, then I know the alchemist is evil because the alchemist cannot also be corrupted. The empress would be telling the truth. 8 and 1 would be good. Lover is evil. Yeah, this empress is telling the truth. This empress is also telling the truth. That means these are the doppelganger pair, and the hunter is evil. So this is possible. Yeah, if I kill the confessor and she's corrupted, then that's a solve. Okay, cool. Okay, what if I kill the lover and she is good? Well, okay, if she's just good, then I kill these two, and that's all sorted. But actually, this is impossible because number 4, Empress number 4 could not possibly say 1, 5, or 8 is evil. Yeah, so this lover is not telling the truth. If she's corrupted, then we know this alchemist is lying. And what else? I don't know. Okay, so we know the lover is lying. And wait, no. If the lover is corrupted, then we know the alchemist is evil. And then this hunter has to be telling the truth. Wait, what? Yeah, okay, if this hunter was evil, then he would actually be telling the truth. So he has to be good, which means this empress has to be good. And this hunter has to be good. Yeah, that's not possible. Okay, so if this lover is corrupted, there's only one possible source of corruption, and that means this alchemist could not have cured it, and he also could not be corrupted himself. Okay? And with one evil remaining among 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8, if 1 is the evil, then it turns out he's telling the truth. So that's not possible. So 1 has to be good. Okay? And that also means that everyone who is less than 3 units away from him has to be good. And then 2 is good, but his statement can't be true. Okay, yeah, so that means it's perfectly safe to kill the Lilith, Lilith disguised as a lover. Now what? Well, we know this hunter is lying. Awesome. And the alchemist did actually cure corruption. Great job. Yep, just the one outcast. And there's no corruption. 3 pairs of evil. Well, I guess we have a total of 5 evils if you count the wretch, which the knitter does count the wretch. Okay. What else? Well, we have 3 jesters. 2 of them have to be fake, so I might just kill them all. Okay, so I kill 2 jesters. Whatever, I killed 2 evils and a jester. Then I'm at 5 health. And, yeah, so, I don't know, something like this. Well, can that knitter be telling the truth? I mean, sure, 3 and 6 could be evil. Yeah, I'm trying to think what happens if I kill... Actually, what I could do is I could have all of the jesters test themselves. Okay. Let's have another jester test himself. Cool. That's very lucky that I got 2 evils before getting the good one. And actually, it looks like there is no good one because the bot does not share identities with a real villager. And the right side is definitely more evil. I guess, yeah, I could have just killed them both. It turns... whatever. Okay. We do have 3 evils. Okay, 3 or 4 is a puppeteer. Well, we know that 3 is good, since there are no other possible outcasts. So 2 is accusing 4 of being a puppeteer. This bishop has to be truthful. Okay. The judges can't both be good. Well, let's just test one of them. Alright, 6 is a liar. 6 could be corrupted. I'm just gonna kill 6 anyway. Okay, yeah, because if 6 ended up being corrupted, then I know that 4 is evil. I guess I know that 4 is not telling the truth anyway. Okay, 4 is corrupted, and 2 is oh, 2 is also corrupted because 1 is the pooka. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, so... Wait, closest to evil is counterclockwise is false. Well, it doesn't tell me anything. Yeah, I don't know whether 5 or 7 is the puppet. Yeah... This architect is corrupted. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Yeah, so if this Empress was the puppet, then, yeah, 1, 3, and 5 contains 1 evil. Right, okay. And if the Bishop was the puppet, then 1, 3, and 5 contains 2 evils, which is impossible. Okay, alright, I gotta be more careful. So we have... Oh, the only corruption is a drunk. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with killing a drunk in this particular setup. The only time killing the drunk actually matters is if you have a Lilith that will go off twice. Because you kill... Actually, that's not entirely true. Killing the drunk also matters if you're gonna, like, try to kill a knight. Yeah, either a knight or a game where you have a Lilith that can do 4 damage to you. Anyway, 3 is accusing 5 of being a shaman. These the poet and the knitter are disagreeing with each other, and there's no corruption remaining. So, that means everyone else is good and telling the truth. So I'll just have the jester test somebody. Okay, so this guy's evil, not evil. This one's evil, and yeah, and then I just kill one and kill the other if I have to. We do have 2 outcasts, but one of them could be a drunk and this bombardier could be fake. Okay. According to number 6, 2 is good. Okay. Well, what if, suppose 6 is evil. Well, then 2 is evil. Great. These are both good. Well, everybody's good, I guess. Architect's telling the truth. Actually, okay, what if the architect is lying? Then 2 out of these 4 people would have to be evil. And probably the architect is evil, but the architect could be the drunk, in which case the bombardier would be evil. Okay. I'm gonna test the judge. Okay, judge is good. And he's not corrupted. Alright, well, Excuse me. So, right. Okay, what if these are both good? Then 1 or 4 is evil. Yeah, because they can't both be evil. If these... Well, okay, suppose these are both good and truthful. Well, then one of these is evil, the other one is the drunk, and 7 would be evil. Yeah, 1 and 4 can't both be evil, so that accounts for 1 evil, so this is the drunk. Or this is, whatever, this is evil and one of these is the drunk. That means 1 has to be evil, because if 4 was evil and 1 was the drunk, then the architect would actually be telling the truth. So it would be like this. So it's either 1 and 7, or yeah, that's if these are both telling the truth. If number 6 is telling the truth, but 2 is corrupted because she's the drunk, I guess, then that means both of these are good, and this bombardier is evil, and that's 2. That's not possible. Everybody is good except for 1 person. Okay, what if this gemcrafter is the drunk, this oracle is evil, and we have the 2 architects, or whatever, these 2 guys. And then again, the bombardier is evil. And this doesn't work because this architect is lying, even though she can't be truthful and she can't be lying. Okay, so it's either they're both good or they're both evil. Okay, so it's either 1-7 or 2-6. Nice. Yeah, with only 2 possibilities, you just test one, and then if it's wrong, you do the other. Alright, well, let's use this Jester's ability and see what happens. Alright, Jester thinks that 1, 2, and 4 contains 2 evil. That's a lot of Plague Doctors. Well, this Gemcrafter is telling the truth, so that's good. Yeah, so let's put notes here. Let's put a big 2, or a little 2, I guess. Alright, is this Jester telling the truth? Nope. Okay. So the Jester could be evil, or the Jester could be corrupted. Let's just have everybody test the Jester. Okay, I guess the Jester is corrupted. So 6 is an outcast. Interesting. The dead person is an outcast. Alright, tell me who an evil is. 8 is evil. Okay, sure. Yeah, so this guy's corrupted. And... yeah, so this Plague Doctor is good. Alright, Original Baker has to be good. And then it's just a 50-50 between these two guys, so let's just, hey, I guessed right. You know, kill one, then kill the other if we have to. Wow, this is extremely easy. Yeah, so there is nobody that can affect an evil. It can affect a villager. Okay. And there's no corruption either. And, well, yeah. I was going to say no hidden outcast, but that wasn't necessarily true. Okay. Well, we have a doppelganger. What pairs do we have? We have a pair of jesters and a pair of dreamers. Poet, knitter, druid, medium. Yeah, okay. Pair of jesters, pair of dreamers, and... this knitter is claiming that there's one pair of evil, which is hard to believe. The knitter could be corrupted if she's next to the poisoner. I could have the druid test herself. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Alright, there is, in fact, no outcast among those three people. Yeah, because the doppelganger is a jester or a dreamer. Is it possible that there's any number of evils among 1 and 2 other than 1? Okay, suppose this poet is good. Then this knitter would also have to be good. Which means the poet would have to be corrupted, which means this is the, which means this is the poisoner. And then because there is a pair of evil, that means the other evil has to be number 7. Which means 5 cannot be a real dreamer, but it's impossible for 5 to be an evil, and it's also impossible for 5 to be a doppelganger. So 1 being corrupted is impossible. What if... Yeah, so 1 being good, or 1 being truthful would have to result in... 1 being good has to result in 2 being evil. Okay. And, yeah, so 1 being corrupted is impossible. What if 3 is evil and 2 is evil? Well, then the knitter is actually telling the truth. So, yeah, there has to be exactly 1 evil among those, so I can easily test the jesters. Alright, bye-bye, jester. It could have been doppelganger and corrupted jester. Okay, medium is corrupted. Or the medium could be evil, but that's actually impossible. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, so 5 has to be the doppelganger. Well, okay, so if the medium is evil, then the poisoner would have corrupted 5, in which case 5 is a doppelganger. Okay, whatever. Yeah, if this medium is evil, then I've accounted for all of the possible corruption and all of the possible evils. So 1 and 2 are unresolved. So this just has to be corrupted, and I think this knitter is definitely not telling the truth. Yeah, because there's not 1 pair of evil. Yeah, I can't safely kill a confessor, sadly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Um, two bombardiers, and I don't have an easy way to distinguish them. Well, I did just get a druid, I guess. Okay. Hope it would be funny if they were both fake. Yeah, if I kill this confessor and she's corrupted, then I guess I get to kill both bombardiers. Okay. So 9 is claiming to be a scout. Alright. Well, let's see. Druid. Okay. 9 is something. Well, okay, so if 9 is not a scout, we have Scout, Medium, Empress, Gemcrafter, Druid, which does not have a pair of duplicates. So 9 must actually be a scout. I mean, I guess we knew that already. Yeah. So 9... Yeah, it's like, what else would 9 be if 9 wasn't a scout? Like, there's no doppelganger, there's no drunk, and we know that 9 isn't evil. Okay, so Medium's telling the truth. So I can test the... Oh, right, we also know that this scout is good. And that means we know this Gemcrafter is good. Well, we know the Gemcrafter is truthful, I guess. Could be a puppet. Alright, 2, 5, and 8. So this Empress is accusing 5 or 8. Yeah, there are 3 evils out of the 5 remaining people. Yeah, so the 2 scouts have to be good. Yeah, there's no way that 1 or 2 is a puppet. You know, telling the truth but still evil. Wait, so... 1 out of these 3 people is evil. That's not true. There could be 2 people out of those who are evil. If 4 is the puppet. Yeah, so 4 is the puppet. 5 is the puppeteer. 8 is good. Okay, so it could be puppet, puppeteer, and then 6 has to be evil. So it would be 4, 5, and 6. That's a possibility. But the only way 6 is evil is if 6 is the puppet. Okay, so 4. If 4 is the puppet, then 5 is the puppeteer. This bombardier is good. This gemcrafter is good. Oh, and then this druid is the last evil, and that's impossible. So 4 cannot be the puppet. 4 could be good or lying. Yeah, but 4 cannot be the puppet. So not the puppet. 5 and 7 cannot be the puppet because outcasts cannot become puppets. So I guess it would be either 8 or 6. That's the puppet. Okay, what if the Empress... So if the Empress is truthful, then she must be good. So 1 of 5 and 8 would be evil, which would leave 2 evils remaining among 2 people. So it would be 6, 7, and then 8, because 5 has to be real, if 7 is not. So 6, 7, 8 is a possibility. Okay, and then if this Empress is lying, then 5 and 8 are good. Okay. And then I guess it's still 6 and 7. Okay. Wait, so I think either way it has to be 7 that's the evil bombardier. Yeah, so obviously 5 or 7 is the puppeteer, and then either 4 or 8 is evil. Yeah, so 4 or 8 is evil, and if 4 is evil, then 5 has to be good. And if 8 is evil, then 5 has to be good. Okay. And then I guess I just see what the druid says. Nice. Alright, so we could have a drunk. This bishop is telling the truth. That means, okay, since 3 registers as evil, that means 2 has to be good. So 2 is a real outcast. And then 8 is also good. Cool. That's helpful. This hunter cannot be truthful, since since both of the evils have to be within 1, 2, and 3. But 2 and 3 cannot be one of the 2 evils, so it would be 1 and then there's no space for the last one. I guess I just have the druids test themselves. Yeah, good to see the last card. Alright. 3 is evil, 8 is corrupted. Okay, I guess that's truthful. Because the Plague Doctor does in fact think the wretch is evil. Okay. I'm getting a little concerned that I will not be able to tell which bombardier is evil. We know that these 2 are not truthful. Evils are not adjacent to each other is probably true. Well, okay, 6 and 7 have to not be truthful. So one of them, at least one of them has to be corrupted. Oh, we have a pooka and a poisoner. Oh, okay. But either way, okay, so one of these 2 is evil. And then it's impossible for 1 or 4 to be corrupting either of these. So one of these also has to be evil. Yeah, so, like, pretend that the pooka was 1 or 4, whatever. Then how is the poisoner going to corrupt 7 and 6? Like, the poisoner would have to be 7 and corrupting 6, or 6 and corrupting 7. Actually, it's exactly the same if the pooka and the poisoner were switched. Okay. But since if 4 is the pooka, then 3 and 5 are corrupted. If 1 is the pooka, then 2 and 8 are corrupted. So there's actually nobody that I can be completely sure of right now. Okay. So so since 6 or 7 has to be evil, we know that number 8 is not telling the truth. Okay. So that's another liar accounted for. Okay, so what happens if I kill 7? I'm thinking I kill 7 because, so if I kill 7 and 7 is good, that means 6 would have to be evil. 6 is evil, 7 is good, and then 1 is evil and corrupting 8. So if I kill 7 and 7 is not evil, then it has to be 6 and 1. Yeah, because 8 has to be corrupted by the poisoner. Okay. It's like I knew what I was doing, but I was still concerned. Alright. Dreamer thinks that 3 could be a puppeteer. Cool, I guess. So we have to have a doppelganger. The doppelganger could be dead, but there's no wretch, because if 7 was a wretch, then Lilith would not have killed 7, because she also thinks that the wretch is good, or wretch is evil. Well, okay, so I flipped these 4. Could it be that all 3 of these are evil, and then this is the wretch, and then the Lilith just kills one of them? No. That's not possible because we know that this baker is evil. Yeah. So there's no corruption. So I could have just immediately killed this baker. And I already clicked the I already clicked that baker with the dreamer. Okay, whatever. So this hunter's truthful. We don't know if he's a puppet. Okay, jester, dreamer, hunter, gemcrafter, enlightened bishop. Okay, so 7 has to be sharing identities with the doppelganger, or is the doppelganger. Okay. What if I just decide to kill 2 and 8, 2 and 4? Well, yeah. What if I did that? Okay, so if I kill 2 and 2 is good, then we know that 4 is the puppet, 8 is good, and then I can easily test the last person. Okay. Well, let's see what this jester thinks about 6. So the jester thinks that 6 is evil. So suppose that I think the jester has to be truthful, because suppose the jester is not truthful. Then he's evil because there's no corruption. And then 4 is lying and is also evil because there's no corruption, and that's impossible. So, bye-bye, Bishop. I guess I'll never know who the doppelganger became. Alchemist cured 3 corruptions. That is possible. I want to believe him. I don't think I've ever... I don't remember when the last time is that I've seen an alchemist claim to have cured 3 corruptions. So I kind of want to believe him. Alright, no corrupted characters. Okay, well this hunter is definitely lying. Okay, can we have a doppelganger? Confessor, Slayer, Alchemist, Poet, Scout, Gemcrafter, Hunter, Enlightened, Bard. Those are all different, so yeah, there's no doppelganger. Okay, you know what? I'm going to kill the Confessor with... Yeah, well, okay, hold on a second. Is it even possible that there are 3 people who could have been corrupted? Okay, suppose this is the poisoner. This Confessor's a poisoner and corrupted the Slayer. Then 5 is the pooka and corrupted 4. The Plague Doctor corrupted 3. And that means Alchemist cured 3 corruptions. Okay. Okay. Okay, and if this alchemist is truthful, then that actually means that the gemcrafter has to be the poisoner. Oh man, okay. There is actually no corruption on the board since the alchemist cured all of it. There could be up to 4 corruptions because 2 from the pooka, 1 from the poisoner, and 1 from the plague doctor. But since the pooka is next to the plague doctor, that's, 1 less coming from the pooka. Let's go! Great job, Alchemist. What a legend. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever had a I don't think I've ever had a poisoner. Sorry, I don't think I've ever had an alchemist claim to have cured 3 corruptions. I think it's just always 0 to 2. Okay, we have an outcast under door number 5. If there's a plague doctor, I might just cry. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can figure something out. I want to kill this baker, thinking that she's probably the puppet. Okay, cool. This oracle's lying, because the puppeteer has to be next to the puppet, and the puppet was not next to 1 or 2. Okay. Okay, so the fortune teller is claiming that these are good. What about 7 and 8? Okay, fortune teller is telling the truth. Cool. Right side is more evil. Has to be false. Which means 3 has to be corrupted. Okay. Good job, me. I solved a potential dead plague doctor puzzle. Two alchemists. So we have a shaman pair, but we do not have a doppelganger. So one out of these 4 has to be evil. We have 2 outcasts. Okay. Yeah, there's no bombardier and there's no wretch, so it just has to be the plague doctor and the drunk. Cool. I find it very difficult to believe the bard. So for the bard to be telling the truth, well, there's actually no, there's a drunk. So like 3 or 7 could be the drunk. Okay, I take back what I said. I could actually just kill all 3 of those people, and I would take 7 damage. Because one of them's a drunk, one of them's evil, and one of them is... Actually, hold on a second. Like, the 2 alchemists could both be evil. Because, like, 5 and 6 are the shaman pair. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to test the druids right now. Okay, so both those druids are truthful. And one of those alchemists has to be evil, but possibly both of them. Yeah, what if they're just both evil? I'm just going to kill them both. Okay. Alright, so the alchemist did, in fact, cure 1 corruption. 4, 5, and 6 cannot be evil. So this Empress is lying. Okay. The Empress is corrupted. So the Bard is truthful. And 3 is evil. Nice. Alright, I did it. I got to 100 wins in a row. So I'll see how much I can keep it going next time. Until then, thanks for watching.